of a percent of a decline. So this is a good time to bring in Reema, who will talk about a lot of other things. But Reema, we have to start with TCS. You take it away on the big story and the developments from last evening.
Thank you very much for that. In a sudden and shocking leadership change in India's largest IT services company, TCS, Rajesh Gopinathan has tendered his resignation after a successful 6-year stint as the managing director and CEO of the company. Mr. K. Krithivasan has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer designate with effect from 16th of March 2023. Now, the street has been taken aback completely by surprise by this development, as just last year, in March of 2022, Rajesh was reappointed as the MD and CEO for a period of 5 years, which ends only in February of 2027, which means he stepped down 4 years before his term comes to an end. TCS has stuck to its policy of promoting an internal talent with Krithivasan, a veteran at TCS, to the top position. Now, he has experience across multiple functions and he has been leading the company's largest vertical, BFSI, which contributes over a third of TCS's revenues by heading it for more than a decade. And Rajesh will ensure that it's a smooth transition by staying on until September 15, 2023, which means 6 months. Now, what will be the ask from the new CEO? Now, today at the presser conducted by TCS, we asked Krithivasan all this, and he said TCS has been built on 2 pillars, customer centricity and employees, and he wants to double down on making customer relationships stronger. When asked whether there will be any big strategic shifts, changes under him, Krithi replied that priorities and strategies do not change with CEO changes. So I guess we should expect more of the same. So what are brokerages made of this development? So let me start with Bernstein. They're saying the leadership change was unexpected during a challenging macro environment. CLSA says, given the age of TCS's senior leadership, Krithivasan is 58 years old, while NGS or N. Ganapathy Subramaniam, the COO of the company, is 63 years old. So CLSA believes that succession planning could become a point of focus, especially for long-term investors. Morgan Stanley says it may create a short-term overhang. However, they expect the transition to be smooth and well-managed as seen in the stock, and they don't think the stock is likely to underperform in the coming months. Back to you.
All right, Reema, thanks a lot for getting us all of the details there on the big change of guard at TCS. But in fact, this morning, we also had the management address the press. So let's listen in to a few of those comments.
We have brought the volatility of the pandemic to a fair state. We have registered very strong growth, first bouncing off the pandemic lows with 15%. And then over the last 9 months also, we have still grown at 14.8%. and crossed big milestones. What next is first have to make sure that the transition happens smoothly. And with Krithi being there, I don't think that is a challenge at all. If you look at the volatility or the demand outlook, I don't think we are in a majorly concerning situation. Yeah, there is there is inflationary pressure, there is talk of recession. So maybe the recession will materialize. Maybe it will be more severe than what we thought it was. But that's all part and parcel of the business cycle and part of the business environment that we operate in.
TCS has been built on 2 important foundational pillars of customer centricity, as well as a huge set of employees who are always committed and who are given their best to TCS. I'm hoping to lead this company and double down on our core pillars of customer centricity, meeting more employees and meeting more customers and making the relationship stronger.
All right, that is the word coming in from the team at TCS. But staying with the IT space, Nimesh is also here with us, and he's standing by with the highlights of a report that Morgan Stanley published